It's late February here, and I just got done frost seeding this little spot over my shoulder. Over the years, some of my best food plots have been the result of this method, frost seeding clover. And I think it's for a number of reasons, but really it comes down to a couple things. You're going to get earlier germination because that seed is already in the ground by the time the soil temperature warms up to the right temps in the spring. So it's already ready to germinate. And because of that, and also because of the fact you're not disturbing the soil, you're not tilling it up or anything, you're going to have less weed competition. So that clover really gets a head start and really grows well. I can't tell you, this is my favorite method of planting a food plot just because it's so easy and so effective. The key with frost seeding is making sure you have soil exposed. So in this case, which is probably the ideal scenario, I had planted an annual actually big and beastie this past fall, so that makes a perfect seed bed for frost seeding. There's a lot of soil exposed, and that seed will just sit there right on top of the soil, and basically Mother Nature does all the work for you. This time of year we get a lot of freeze thaw, and that heaving of the ground is what works that seed. Just the clover seeds are really small, so it doesn't take much, but it works it down just into the soil, just enough so that, like I said, it's at the perfect depth by the time the soil temperature warms up enough this spring. One thing you do want to make sure of when you are frost seeding is you want to put on a little bit heavier rate. So this Pure Trophy clover from Frigid Forge calls for 8 to 10 pounds an acre. I usually go a little bit on the high side, like more like 10 to 12 pounds per acre, just because you're not going to get all the seeds to germinate with this method as you would with some other methods. But if you just seed a little bit heavy, that usually results in good growth. As with any food plot, proper soil testing and fertilization is key. I typically don't do that when I'm frost seeding. I like to wait a little bit longer just because I don't want to end up wasting any fertilizer. So like I said, a super simple method of planting a food plot, just not much to it. Just make sure you have soil exposed so you get that good seed to soil contact. Go a little bit higher on the seed rate, and let Mother Nature do the work for you. That freeze thaw cycle will get that seed in the ground. This time of year, which is, like I said, late February and throughout March, here in the Midwest is a good time to do your frost seeding.